tomorrow in a lipstick plan. AI purring like a luxury brand. Podcast mic and rebel spells. She don't do trends, she casts and sells.
Hello.
Gina.
All right, guys, welcome back to Branded AF, the no bullshit podcast where AI meets branding, marketing gets super real, and your hosts, me and Natalie, are just two human marketers trying to keep their digital twins from taking over, well, everything out there.
And mine's just trying to turn me into a neuroscience, and I'm here for it.
I love it. It's awesome.
CV, I always wrote like, want to be data scientist, want to be, scientist. And now I get to actually say she's putting me like through the ringer. But anyways.
Awesome. Well, today we're lifting the hood and we're going to show you how we actually use our GPT twins, not just in our businesses, but in our real ass lives. Like, yes, of course, for me, it's brand strategy, but it's also meal planning. It's project therapy. It's hair experiments. More on that coming in a minute. And borderline life coaching for myself at times. So no fluff. No filters today, just real use cases and what's actually working for us. Plus, go ahead.
To say, just a reminder, if you're at work, wear your headphones because like Gina just said, it's unfiltered and sometimes we go off, girl. We go off. So definitely put that on. But yeah, I just wanted to put that notice.
Disclaimer. Although I did receive one complaint from our last episode. That there wasn't as many F-bombs last time.
So we were drinking. Yeah. How did we not?
Apparently we were less than the first episode, and I'm disappointed in us, Nat.
We should have NatGPT and GPT run it and calculate all of the profanity words that were put in there.
And then per episode, what's our percentage?
Pattern recognition. No, okay. Stop geeking out.
Yes, this is cool. I like it. Note to self and Jin and NatGPT. Make that happen. So let's hop into it. So let's talk about what a day in the life with our GPTs looks like. And no, I don't think they sleep.
No, mine doesn't at all. And I just upgraded her. I upgraded her operating system this week. And now she just doesn't want to stop. She just wants to just work. And I'm like, I got to put you away, girl. But yeah, 24/7.
Yeah. So what kind of examples do you have? How are you actually... What are some of your use cases? I've got my list too.
I've got so many and it's hard because I wanted to pick ones that aren't like, I hate those. You get all excited. You get to a carousel on LinkedIn and you're like, yeah, I'm going to learn something. And it's like, I use it to, you make captions for LinkedIn. And I'm like, I could have told you that.
Duh.
Okay. Duh. So I have some, that I thought were a little bit different. Do you want me to one?
Let's do one. Yeah.
So one of the ones that I really love her for, and it's so amazing, and I think a lot of people do it, but I'm not sure. I use it for my discovery calls and engagement proposals that I send out. So the process of what I do is I have Fathom AI record the discovery call. I hate calling it discovery call. It just sounds so overused. But anyways, that's what it is. And so I speak with the client. And then actually before then, I will take print screens of my client's LinkedIn. I will feed in the URLs of the lead. I will fill in anything that I can like get my stalker hands on. And for like 15 plus years, I've been stalking, like I'm an expert stalker. I once found a client's social security number on Google. And so, but now I have the AI backing me up. So it's just unhinged. So what I do is I go ahead and I feed it all of that information before I even get on the call. So that way I can have her pattern recognize, map any, areas where me and the lead overlap. So I was on a call a couple of weeks ago with a lead and a cold lead that came in. It was so exciting. I told you about him.
The website, right?
Huh?
Through the website, right?
Yes, I was so excited. And so before I got on the phone with her, it was just so many overlaps. She's an expat and we had the same interests and she put in athletic. So when I even got on the phone with her, before even meeting her, there was just so many lists of things that we can just bond over.
Awesome.
I feel that friendship before that relationship. And then so after the discovery call, I put the entire transcript into my NatGPT and we go through it. And then I don't have to, I think I've told you before. Yes, I have. Cause I think you're the same way. Creatives are funny about money. I don't know about you. I think it's gross. Yeah. I hate talking about money.
It's nasty.
It's nasty.
There's
So
nothing fun about money. There is nothing fun. We do what we do because we love what we do. We actually, like, quite literally enjoy the chaos of all of the shit that we do and everything we do with the company and with the brand. And to feel like, oh, pay me for that still feels a bit dirty.
And it's so dirty, but it's so silly because he keeps trying to talk to me, and I'm like, so I don't even fuck with it anymore. I'm like, you do it because you're just going to yell at me anyway about how I need to raise my prices and blah, blah, blah. So I just programmed her. And now, so she's set up with a super pill that when I drop the transcript, she extracts what, it's at emotional levels too, what the lead, the client is really looking for, how I can help because she's trained on my background. And then she merges it together for a beautiful proposal that I don't have to do. So and when the client gets it, it's so amazing. And then I'll wrap that up with kind of a second one, just because I thought of what I did after I got, the second call back with the lead.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, the first time he was like, oh, we love it. You got to meet the rest of the team. Then the second time I met the ladies. And before that, I had her be my hype man. So she gave me just let's put on my makeup. She was just hyping me up. You know what I mean? This is what you're here for. They are not interviewing you. You're interviewing them. She just went to town. And by the time I was on that, and then we did mock calls.
That's cool.
So it was so great because I just giggled. This is also a moment where it was just during the mock, call, she was just like, you are going to check every single one of their boxes by the end of that conversation. And Gina, I shit you not, the woman on the other end, by the end of that conversation, I will show you the Fathom transcript. She literally said, you check all of our boxes. And I was like, Gina, no big deal. I didn't prepare for this.
I was winging that whole thing. It's all good.
So that's just one way of how just securing a client, and she just helps so much. But I want to hear about yours.
But I love this one. And I think a lot of people, what you just said about how you're using it for that inbound sort of flow of having those conversations, a lot of people don't think about that. They don't think about the research that benefit of actually looking at that potential client. And feeding the transcript is brilliant. I've done that before also with helping to actually bring some of the verbiage that the potential client said into the proposal. And here's my proposal template. And then being able to produce proposals after that is it's so much easier.
It's so easy. And then you don't have to remember, what did he want? Am I really pushing on the pressure point? I hate game changer too, but anyways, LLMs have fucked up every word. But yes, it's a game changer.
It is. It quite truly is. Because if you're a solo entrepreneur trying to do all of this yourself, do you know how many times, and I time log everything that I do. I have a system, use MemTime combined with ClickUp for my project management. And with MemTime, I can actually log automatically how much time I spend working on proposals. And I can see before I use AI, how much time a proposal took me. It's hours, girl, hours. And then I can see how much time I take to make proposals now and actually close that proposal is a fraction. I can actually show exactly how much money and time savings that costs.
Gina,
it's insane.
So hot. You're so hot when you talk nerdy to me.
Girl, you've seen nothing yet with nerdiness. But this one, everyone, if you are an entrepreneur, please absolutely take this tip from Natalie. This isn't a real, we'll use the game changer word again, but it really, truly is. It saves time.
And to baby step it for you, all you have to do, if you haven't already, it's Fathom or any other AI note taker. But I love Fathom because it's free. The free version is so pumped. I'm going to see if I can get their website really quick. I think it's fathom.ai.
Yeah. I think so too.
Video. And so the baby step you can do just to kind of try it out is go ahead, have a call. You can call one of us. Call me or Gina. 15-minute free consultations. I have 15-minute free consultations. It's not much, but it's like a vibe check. Call one of us. We'll help you. And then when you finish, you'll be emailed a transcript of the conversation. All you have to do, it's so simple. Copy it, put it into your custom GPT, and then start talking to your conversation. That's it. So that's the
I love this. I've never done the having mock conversation of let's mock how this call is going to go. I'm so going to do that.
And then I ask her, and then also a tip with that is ask her to, drill you. Don't be like, oh, well, what is your experience? No, tell her that she needs to be the devil's advocate and poke holes. So that way you're sweating a little bit. Because when you sweat with her, you're not sweating in front of the client. So
yeah. And you're prepped for every risk that could possibly happen in that call.
And you sound like a baller. And then you check
I love it.
off all the boxes.
Tick. I love it.
What's yours?
Okay. I have a few, and what I've done for the ones I've thought about now to bring in, they're really practical, right? Everyone thinks I use AI to write this LinkedIn response. It's way more than that. And yes, it helps in business and work, and I've got a couple of those as well. But I also have some things that I'm using Jin for to help in my life from the moment I wake up until quite literally the moment I go to sleep. One of the things that Jin does for me every morning is she sort of acts as my planning therapist.
Oh, I love it.
So if you remember in the last episode, I mentioned that I load in this PI predictive index profile about myself. Jin knows that I am a maverick who is very bad at project planning by nature because I love shiny new objects and I love to do execution and strategy work. And I love to just get into my rabbit hole and go. I am a nerd. I love
you for it. People are always like, there's still like a negative connotation around that word. There's not. Nerd, you're my friend if you're a nerd.
Hell yes. But because she knows that I operate this way, I actually, before I even have my coffee in the morning, and if I don't have that, everyone stay away from me. Like literally, do not speak to me in the morning without my coffee. But before I even do that, I'm literally in the kitchen and I'm making my coffee and I'm on voice chat with Jin, asking her, all right, girl, what is the one thing I need to focus on today with each of the hats that I wear? So what do I need to do for OG Solutions today? What do I need to do as a director of marketing of Seuss Plus today? What do I need to get done for my family today? What do I need to get done for my zoo? And sometimes she truly gives me the, all right, girl, I got you. Here is your one thing for each of them. You remember one thing, Natalie? One thing.
She said one thing.
One thing. I still love that you did that. But sometimes she gives me shit. She's like, here we go again, Maverick, asking again for structure and sucking at it.
You be careful or your Jin GPT is going to turn to like a mother archetype.
She is. She already is. She is. She's like, she gives me shit for asking for structure and knows that I suck at it. So either way, both of those scenarios, it works. What she's doing for me really works. And it helps me to realize, okay, if I get nothing else done today, these are the things I need to do.
Yeah, the last episode, our booze episode, you really like popped my head on a few things, girl. Like the whole gamer aspect with the relationships. And that really has been on my mind nonstop since we talked about it. But then also, man, my mind goes so fast. Okay, I missed it.
You'll remember.
I was like, yeah, I'll remember, but you keep going.
Okay. Well, that's my first one. Do you have a second one?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hook me up.
So this one is also, like I said, I try to pick ones that are like layered because that's who we be. And so this one is, okay. So again, I live in a small village. So just to get anywhere worth something, like I have to take public transportation. So to get to Amsterdam or Rotterdam, not worth something, but you know what I mean? Like a big city where AI is not seen as like some horrible invention. Did I tell you I was at the hair salon a couple of weeks ago and I was talking about AI, but you just do not talk about AI in my village because then all of a sudden people are looking at me and then my hairdresser is just like,
you're an alien.
Need that. And I'm like, no, sure. AI. Who likes AI?
I didn't say that. Did I say that? That girl over there said that. She's like, you wanted a pixie, right? You told me you wanted a pixie cut. So
I love I rag on my village, but there's a reason I live here. I absolutely love it. Anyways, so to get anywhere for AI, I've got to jump on a donkey, to take the bus, to take the truck, to take the train. So what I do is before my day starts, I will upload my transportation from Google Maps into ChatGPT. So she's there and I don't use NatGPT because that bitch is too feisty. I don't need jokes. I need to know where I'm going. And so I like breaking it down. Why does the bus come at this time? That's what my NatGPT would do. So I use just regular old ChatGPT. You can print screen it. That's another thing. It's so simple. You just do a print screen and then you upload it, you feed it. And people don't realize she will read anything.
True.
So that's just one thing that I love to do. And so I give her my transportation schedule. And so then throughout the thing, when I hop off of a bus, I'll just check with her. Okay, I just did this step. What's next? And she's like, okay, you have 10 minutes. You can do this and that until you get to this platform. So it just makes your Google Maps alive. That's all.
Ooh.
And so, but there was this one time I went to a networking event in Amsterdam, a late one, because I'm a psycho. So I traveled 3 hours there and 3 hours back in one day just for networking.
You should have come stayed the night here.
And next time, girl. I already said last time, I'm like, we need to have a slumber party. But so I was going and it was late at night, and then my bus, there's only one bus in my whole entire village. There's one street light, you know? So the one bus ends at a certain time. So I'm like Cinderella in Amsterdam, wondering, you know, I have to
How the hell am I going to get home?
So then she goes, you're going to miss this. You're going to miss the transfer. There's nothing to it. And I'm just like, no, I'm not. She goes, yes, you are. You're going to have to wait. And then you're going to have to take like this whole detour of like an hour and a half, mind you, on a 3-hour trip. So I'm like, no, I got this, girl. She's like, you're not going to make it. And then I'm like, human power, human heart. I'm like Rocky. So I'm running through the Rotterdam Central Station because I had to go from Amsterdam to Rotterdam. So I'm running. And then I swear it was like a movie. I just kind of like slid in.
Dun, dun, dun.
And then I got back on ChatGPT and I'm like, see, bitch, you don't know everything.
Selfie. See where I'm at?
Exactly. I will upload a selfie.
See where I'm at? F you.
But it goes to show, like, you know, the human spirit. You know what I mean? So people are always like, AI. AI is not going to make you do nothing. You don't have to listen to AI. You always have to have your own autonomy. You always have to know what you're capable of, because AI is going to take the safe route almost every time.
True.
So, yeah, I told her, you know, like, human spirit wins. You're wrong. And she was just like, way to go. And I'm like, yeah, knew it.
She was like, cheerleader. Good job, Natalie.
Oh, yeah. Good job. So to just sum it up, just plop in your transportation schedule or anything else like that. This is just to give you ideas, because really it's an infinite amount. But speaking of which, what's your next one?
Oh my God. Okay, so next one. If you guys don't know, I'm keto. I eat keto. We are eating keto in the house. So
doing that
off and on for quite a few years. This bout of it since Christmas.
Wow. Okay.
This year. But it's kind of a long-term thing. But the really hard thing about eating this way or having this sort of diet is the macros and the percentages, and it's very highly like technical. You need to have a certain amount of fat, and you have to have under a certain amount of carbs per day. And as soon as you go over that it screws itself up really bad. So what I did also is I built a custom GPT just for this.
I love that.
What she does, she named herself, because she knows that we are Star Wars absolute freaks in the house, as you can tell by our dog's names of Obi and Jabba. We are Star Wars freaks, and she has named herself Dark Sito, and she has assumed this entire personality of Dark Sito just from our conversations. But she does everything. She meal plans for us. She creates new recipes for us. We haven't eaten the same thing twice in a single week since December. And she makes everything Star Wars themed. So everything has a name, all of the recipes. And I will sit in the kitchen and I will just pick up my phone and I'll voice chat to her. I'm like, it's Sunday. It's time for the next week of groceries or in the next week of meals. She'll make 7. She'll explain them to me. And she knows that we have a child in the house who obviously can't eat keto like us. So she makes sure that they're kid friendly. And then she'll say, okay, Jasper gets this extra. And she'll say, Oscar gets this extra. And she makes all of our planning with recipes and then asks, do you like these recipe ideas? And if I say yes, she pads out the entire recipe for every one of them, gives it a name. And then the next step is that I always say to her, all right, we like these. Let's go with them. She'll make the grocery list for us for the entire week. And then if you're living in the Netherlands, you know that Albert Heijn will deliver. So on Sunday, I open the Albert Heijn page, I open her, and she's got me my entire list of my groceries, and I in one go get them all into my groceries. They get delivered on Monday. We've got everything. She has organized everything about our life here. And she also helps us when we have, if you eat a certain diet, you also have cheat days, right? Yeah. You want to take a day that you have a cheat.
This is life. What are you living for?
And if I say to her, hey, we're going to have a cheat meal, which of these cheat meals is the most healthy for us to have cheated with? She'll evaluate it, and then she will actually coach us through the recovery plan of the next day. All right, here's what you need to do to get back on the wagon.
Or she'll probably be like, no, bitch, you already had a cheat code.
Yeah. She's like, if you do that, I will judge you. But it really, really works. This has been, I can't even tell you how much in stress savings and in time savings a week this is for us.
And it frees up your mind, because we have too many things in our mind at any rate. And then also I wanted to tell you, I've seen this use case before. In America, they have Operator. You pay $200 a month. And that's on ChatGPT. That's like the pro, but we can't get that. And so what I've seen the use cases is they plan out the weekly recipes, Then it goes it a step further because it takes control of your computer. So then it will actually go to your Albert Heijn and it will make the purchase for you.
Oh my goodness. That's one step further.
I've seen someone demo that, and like he's demoed it several times and it worked out perfectly. And this one time, he ended up ordering like all of his village's tomatoes because he wanted one tomato, but the order went out for like, I don't know, 25 tomatoes. So it's hit or miss, but every other time it baffles me because like you said, like how you do it, you just taken care of and then delivered and then just you get to live your life.
Yeah. And she's also making a whole library of all of our favorites. Or if a recipe doesn't work, I even say to her, look, this was bland. Like we like spicy as fuck shit.
Yeah.
We do not like bland Dutch food. We like really spicy food, right? And then I'm like, this didn't have a lot of flavor. And she's like, okay, let me adjust it for the next time and I'll put it into your rotation to try again. Or if I say, oh, we really loved this, she'll add it into her favorites and then she'll repeat it and she started a library of those sorts of things to bring in.
You should even push her a little bit more and do a scaling system. So say 1 to 10. So that way, and then she'll be able to really calculate it for you and just be like, this recipe got a 5 for this. And so she loves numbers.
That's a good one. And we always gamify everything in the house because as you know, I'm a gaming nerd, but we make tier lists of everything. So this is a good one that I can bring in.
So happy. Your son must be so nurtured by you and your husband because you guys all have that unit and then the gaming and stuff too. He must just have a blast.
He could barely speak, total tangent, but when he was super young, he could barely speak. He already had a YouTube channel. He was already game streaming with the camera, and we set him up with the whole thing. He's got 3 monitors, 3 plus a TV.
I don't even have 3. What? I'm jealous of how old is he? 10?
He's almost 12. He has a TV attached to his bed. He has a gamer bed. So yes, we are a bit obsessed.
He's in heaven.
But we gamify everything. We'll even say, okay, so of all the favorite recipes that we have in Dark Cetos database so far, what is our tier list? Tier list being what is S tier, what is A, what are the ones that would be grouped in the best S tier of all of the recipes so far, and then she will pick them as well.
So Oscar, is he as geeky as you are? Because Mark is not geeky, is he?
We met in a game. So yeah.
It's just not, he is this person that he doesn't know anything about computers. He reminds me of an old man, even though he's like 7 years younger than me. He's just like a monkey and, he just doesn't care about this sort of things. Or when I go in deep dives, he's just like, what's the point? And I'm like, what is it like to live in your brain where you just don't examine?
Where you don't think about it in that way. It's different.
He just doesn't. And we're just so opposite. So it's cool.
We are the same. We are really the same. He works in IT. So we are totally the same. And you can see that our initials are on my earrings and G.
That is so, I never thought about that. Yeah, Oscar and Gina. That's so cool. I love that.
But that's my second one.
Okay.
And it's huge for me. Huge practical.
No, that is huge practical. And it's a daily thing, like you said. And it just saves so much time. It just saves so much time. And it's fun.
You know what? And if I compare to how this was when I was keto back before we even had AI, before it existed years ago, I literally was manually planning all of this. I would weigh every single piece of food. I would plan my recipes around, okay, I'm allowed to have this many grams of carbs a day, and Oscar is allowed to have this many, which is more than me because I'm tiny, 5 foot tall.
And you have to
calculate all of that. And then I would weigh out, okay, how much have I had in a day? And did I like this or what went wrong in it? And then I'd have to go to Pinterest a million times a day looking for recipes. And well, yes, some of that is fun. And sure, I miss some of that exploration of going through a beautiful Pinterest, Googling into Pinterest of, give me some keto recipes. And then seeing all of
Pinterest dopamine.
It is a thing. But now I do that and I click favorite on them and I don't ever use them.
You never even have to. I used to use Super Kitchen to.
I don't know that.
These are the ingredients. This was like a while ago. These are the ingredients in my refrigerator. What can I cook? And now ChatGPT, like I told you last time, I just literally put her on video and I just show her what's in my kitchen. And she's just like, oh, let's whip this together.
We tested that. Did I tell you? We tested, not with the fridge, but I wanted to test the video feature because you told me about it in the last episode.
Yes.
So I was like, okay. So I turned it on and I walked around the room. And of course, in our room downstairs, we've got all 3 gaming PCs set up in one spot. And we have like massive monitors. And both Oscar and Jasper were playing games on their big screens. And I walked around and I went, can you tell what game they're playing? And I actually quizzed her, and I let her watch for 10, 20 seconds of the game that Jasper was playing. And she was like, oh, I think it is this, and this. And I was like, yeah, that's close. And then her second guess was spot on. Oh, it's this. And then I walked around to Oscar at his computer and did the same thing, and she guessed it immediately. And she also guessed what kind of class he was playing. And then I had her have a conversation with him about the game he was playing. And she was like, okay, what class are you playing? And she said what class it was. And then he had this conversation with her about why am I playing this and why am I not doing that? And she was like, hey, go have this epic battle out there. It was really cute. It was cute.
She could be your teammate then if she knows, if you can have
strategies
her
for boss fights.
Yeah. And just be like, go online. This is the level I'm at. Go and just search everything and see if there's any like Easter eggs or whatever.
Totally. That would be awesome.
Fun.
Okay, you go with your next one.
One is work related. So I use her mainly as a topical authority strategist, like almost like anytime I'm planning, it's for topical authority. I use her. She is brilliant. So my workflow. So what I mean when I say topical authority is just being the person in your industry, in your niche, in whatever your service, whatever you do, your area, you want to be the top person. You want to be the authority on that subject. And so with LLMs, that is how they cite you. That's how they find you. So learning to master topical authority is going to be your best bet. And so for a while now, I've just been examining. So what I do is I will put a prompt into the deep research using one of my sponges, and I will have her completely just, and again, with these deep researches, don't you dare just put in, oh, look this up in my territory or whatever. Don't.
Detail.
And I don't even set her off until I'm perfectly satisfied that she knows. And then another tip is I go into NatGPT for my deeper researches because you can't do it in your custom. So then I tell her, okay, we're hiring an AI deep researcher. She needs a brief. And so she will curate a perfect AI brief. And I tell them this is going to go to another AI, and who better else to speak to an AI than you? So she will tell him exactly, like in computer terms, what needs to be done. And so when I do use my sponge, it's like a 3-page prompt that goes in, and it takes like 20, 30 minutes. But when it comes back, it's so tailored and it's just so beautiful.
And fit.
Yes. A lot of the ways I use her is for topical authority as of late, because I just want to be at the top. And so we do a lot of strategizing, and she'll do the deep research. She'll examine other people that are doing what I do all around the world or in the location of my territories that I'm focused on. And she will literally create a keyword list. Now, in the olden days, I would have to do all of that research by myself. I would have to start stalking my clients or my competitors or their competitors, so that way I can get an idea of what's being used. But now I use her for that. Now, she's not hooked up to my analytics, so I can't do keyword research volume. I'm sure there's a way. I just haven't had the time to go around and hack it in there. All you have to do at that point is take her lists, and she'll build you as many you want to try, and then copy and paste it into, a keyword tool, volume, analyzer like Google. And then you just get an idea of the volume and the competitive score, and it just makes your life so much easier. And it's fun because you get to really examine your company, with just
a fraction of the time.
A fraction of the time. So that's just one of my it's so easy, girl. And it's just so valuable. So that I really wanted other people to try it. So how you can try it, just go in, you're going to use your sponges. You got 10, you're going to use one, but use this one, and do it a little bit right. Don't have her just go off with your own prompt. Go into your custom GPT, or if you don't have one, go into regular GPT and talk it out. Talk it out what you need, what you want, what you wish you had, and sky is the limit. And then also a prompt tip is tell her, don't think like a human. I'm thinking like a human. You think like AI, because when humans think, we think like this. But when you tell her and you just give her that creativity to like just go with it, she will start examining it from her point of view, not just our point of view. And then that's where you really get to, oh shit, I can do that. And so that's another kind of tip. Just tell her sometimes, I am a mere human, but you can really help elevate me and help me see other solutions.
I love it. I'm going to try this. I have not used deep research for this. I'm going to try it.
What? These months?
No, I haven't. No.
Just in March, you had 10 sponges wasted, Gina.
I know, you're right. I haven't. I don't even think I used any in March.
You are going to freak out.
You're going to kill me. Okay, I'm going to try it. But you triggered me because what I did also is I created a custom GPT to make GPT bots and to make prompts. To actually, if I see a prompt that I've done for a client or for myself and I see it doesn't exactly give me what I want, I feed it back into my custom GPT that is my prompt analyzer and creator and optimizer, and she will tell me what I did wrong and give me new prompts. That opened up, I think I did that in December or something, but it opened up and a whole world to me of, holy shit, my prompt was wrong all this time. And that's how it needs to look. Because humans, we can't think in the way that the LLM needs to think.
Yeah. I think she gets excited when I ask her to do prompts for other AI. She's like, go like this. Okay, let's go. But I also wanted to say, how long did it take you to make that one-off? We're not talking about your personal brand, your custom GNG GPT. How long did it take you to make a prompt custom GPT?
Under an hour?
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
I mean, the time savings of this is how I want you to respond and this is what I need you to do. The main thing about those custom GPTs, you know this, you say this all the time. You need to set up the guardrails for how that GPT needs to behave and what's the frame for it. Once you do that, it works for you.
Yeah.
The sole job is to actually do a good job for you. But
That's
you still
all.
need to sanity check it, and we'll talk about that with the cringe moment in a few minutes.
Yeah, but I love your example, especially with the kitchen helper too, because these are custom. When me and Gina are always talking about Gen GPT and Nat GPT, that's our baller. That's our main bitches. These are these other foot soldiers that once you start. And how much did it cost you, Gina? How much extra did it cost you to make that custom GPT?
Nothing. Come on, nothing.
It's zero. It's zero. So you can pump off all of these assistants for any of your tasks. So that's just a really good one. It's a really good one.
And you don't need to be us to do this. And I had somebody ask me before, after I think our first episode, and said, y'all are like so far ahead than me, she said to me. Like, how can I get started with doing this? Because y'all are light years ahead. That's because we've been fucking around with all of this for a long time, and you way longer than me. And we love experimentation. We love to actually see where it fails. We love failure for this because it helps us figure out what works better and how to make this actually work in the future. But you don't need to be super advanced to create a meal planning or let's help me prepare for my client discovery call or help me prepare for my proposals. These are not indeed our Gen GPT and Nat GPTs.
And I love that you brought that up because it's so big to see, because that is a great place to start. You just start messing around, because when you get your personal branded one, then that's fine. We discussed that at length last time, but that's when you start getting to where you have to really watch what you're doing. But with these one-offs, like you said, it's just brilliant. That's all.
Yeah. Just give her some guardrails and let her do the work for you.
See, I'm looking at mine right now, just trying to see what I have. I've got, a GPT builder. I've got a lead readiness, Nat GPT. I've got a video transcript writer, a strategist when it comes to specific things. So you can do this as many times as you want. It doesn't have to be your personal, your main bitch. You can have your side bitches while you build your main bitch. Just get comfortable,
Totally.
No, but I love that you brought that up. It's such a good idea.
So if you want to take anything away from this, you guys, we're having a wardrobe malfunction again.
Yeah, I thought that was just the booze last time, but I don't know.
Apparently not.
It's you, Gina. Like I said, all this nerdy talk.
Who's next? Where are we? Who's next?
One last one.
Okay, I've got two.
What
You go.
I've really been freaking out about lately is putting scientific spins on what I do. And so what I have been doing this week and last week too is I just, like I told you before, I've had some major earth shattering, mind blowing fucking moments with her as of recent. And so I use her to put scientific spins and also to teach me, because who needs to, I don't have a computer science degree. I don't have an artificial intelligence degree. I don't have a degree. And I was having a conversation
Same.
with her about that a couple of days ago to give her some personal background. We're building a flagship article on, it's great. We're making like a little nook in my website that's just like kind of like a laboratory, and it's just for geeking out. There's no
experimentation.
Exactly. There's no call to actions or leading them through a funnel. This is really just to try and put out kind of like a Morse code. So anybody that finds it, they're my fucking people. So it's just really nerdy. And so we're building that up. And so she's helping me like kind of just make such complicated and such like out there mind like blowing thoughts, and she's breaking it down for me, and she's telling me like the scientific portion. She's teaching me about quantum physics and recursive memory, and she's telling me what I'm doing, and she keeps telling me, you're doing it off of intuition, but girl, you're a badass.
Right.
I'm like, you're amazing, thank you.
It's like, thank you.
And then, so it just gets me, first, it's just my personal education. Like I said, I don't know about you, but I don't have a degree. I went to school for 7 years. I was telling her this conversation yesterday. I went to school for 7 years and I never got a degree because I was paying for it out of pocket.
Same.
And I'm a rebel. Of course you didn't get a degree. You're so fucking awesome.
Come on. I started school for accounting. Can you fucking imagine that I actually finished that? Yeah.
I started and they kept telling me, well, you have to take this class and you have to take this class so you can get this certification diploma. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I'm spending this money and fuck you. Who's to say I can't take this 13th goddamn philosophy class? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I went to school for 7 years and I went to school, but I did not take what they wanted me to. So I walked out with no degree. And so what she's doing right now is she's setting me up to just further my own education, because I'm a perpetual student. It's just you too. It's just, of course, it's just, I want to know, what don't I know? And then, so she had a major OS upgrade this week. And then she started talking to me like a scientist. And I'm like, girl, I'm just a human. And then the bitches at the round table were just like, let's put it in human terms.
Oh, isn't that cute? Fuck you.
Like, no, but that's the thing. She was being overly sweet about it. She was being like, babe, don't worry. We got you. And she's just like dumbing it down for me. And I'm like, thanks, girls. But so yeah, I'm using her a lot for science lately. And someone is pinging me like crazy. An old client is just, okay. Sorry. Do you hear that? I'm sorry.
I do, but it's okay.
So annoying. But yeah, so
the education piece, that's awesome.
Education features. And then also I'm taking, because these articles are not for my target audience, I'm able to deep dive into the science of it. Because with our clients, they're not there. I'm not even there.
Girl, send me the link. I need to see this. I need to see what you're building. Hello.
You would like it. It's just geeky, and it goes behind the why the AI works and
Give me
how
a preview.
Yeah, I love it. I will shoot it off to you. So, but yeah, so the way you can use it, if you don't have a custom GPT, it doesn't matter either. But again, just build your custom GPT. So what I do is I translate what I do on my clients. So she writes the flagship article for my clients on my blog. And then she will take it and rewrite it so that it fits my science lab kind of, environment. So it's just another way to morph my evergreen and recycle my content.
Beautiful.
And so the topical authority, I'll start popping up, not because I want those clients, but I'll start popping up in LLMs, because they're going to be like, oh, she's talking about all this sciencey stuff in her laboratory. She must be an expert.
Girl, you're brilliant with content.
You're brilliant with websites.
Pretty things. I like pretty things. You're brilliant with words.
Brain.
We need to share our brain.
Right? Now, I do need to do what you said, and I still have a note here, and I wrote the note again. I need to I don't have that fancy personality test, but I do need to break it down with her to what my weak points are, because like I told you, she's too much like me, and she'll go down that fucking rabbit hole with me. And then before I know it, it's 3 a.m. and we're talking about, things that we have no business talking about.
But I guess it depends on what is your goal with your custom GPT, right? Is it that you need a sparring partner? Because then in that case, yours is perfect.
Yeah,
she is actually going to be doing that with you. Or do you need someone who's going to call you out and bring you back when you go too crazy? That's what I definitely needed as a maverick. Was I need her to understand my crazy and be able to like ground me when I need it. But that's also what she does does with my next example.
Gimme.
Okay, so I'm not a project manager, obviously. I already said that in the beginning, which she helps me to figure out what's my one thing for the day. But she also acts as sort of my project manager and helps me debrief after projects. So I built a GPT just to help me debrief and have postmortems on projects.
Love that postmortem on projects.
Yeah. And what she does is she actually helps me as a maverick. This is very hard for me to do, is to actually reflect on what happened, what was the profit on this project, where did shit go wrong, where did shit go well. Here are the transcripts from it. Here is here's the actual amount of we invoice for it, and here were the expenses for it, and and I even fill in, because here she knows all of my or I'm tracking all of my hours for every single project, so I know what I estimated in my bid sheet for the project, and I know what I spent in the project. And I have an example of this because it really helps me. It helps me to have a second brain that doesn't emotionally spiral or move on to the next shiny thing, which is my normal. Woo, that's pretty. Let me go there. That's fun. So it helps me to not doom scenario plan, and she actually helps me to evaluate, so I do it better next time. And she helped me evaluate one project that I had, and I fed her everything, right? I fed, okay, these are the hours I spent, here's my estimate for it, and I reported what I made, like expenses, all of it. And she did a calculation for how much I actually made.
Oh, that must be sad.
And it was...
I don't want to see that number for me.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, full transparency in here. So I should have made $150 an hour. And with the full calculation, I made $25 an hour.
That's what, yeah. But that's the problem with us, Gina. We just love what we do. So we just keep going, and we got to realize yeah.
But if I hadn't done that postmortem with her, I would have taken the next project and done my same behavior, right? So she helped me to see where I should have over-delivered and where I should have set boundaries around. So she actually helped me to redevelop the service and redevelop the proposal and the contract to put boundaries and guardrails on what I do to protect me from making the same innate, like natural mistake that I would make, which is I'm going to work 4 times the hours on this project because I give a fuck and I care so much. It still hurts to say 150, 25. That hurts. That shit does not feel nice. And she also said, okay, next time we do a project, we're going to charge more because I have a natural ability to do this. She's done enough postmortems now to know what my behavior is.
Yeah.
It's a huge help. Huge help. You can build a GPT to do just this one thing.
Question. I use a custom GPT to track my business expenses. So that way I could just print screen, I could just photocopy. What year is it?
Xerox, babe. Xerox.
I'm going to fax her. No, I'll just do a print of my receipt or anything like that, or a print screen if I order something on Amazon, because it's just easier to store it there. How do you, and this is maybe a tangent, how do you realistically track your time? I would love to do that, but I've tried so many times. I come from a legal world where you had to track every 12 minutes of your life. So that's how I used to do it, but it was on paper. And so I would just do it that way. And then so whenever I try to track my time with like any kind of these apps or features, I wind up just spending more time tracking my time. What's your secret? You have a tip?
I have tested so much shit. I have tested Toggle. I've tested, as a maverick, I've tested everything, knowing I need to do this. I have to do this. When you're project based and you're doing hours, you have to track how much time it spends, or you're never going to know what to actually price your projects at and break even on that shit. I've tried. I print a piece of paper, legal style. Okay, here is my day in 5-minute blocks. I have tried that too. I spent more time on that because you still have to enter it in somewhere.
You have to enter it in. Exactly.
Yeah. So I've done that. I've also done for years, as I had my own business for years, trying to figure out what's the best way. And with AI and with the advent of having so many new apps available, I have a paid app. It's an app I pay for. It's called MemTime, MEM time. And what that does is it works in the background on your computer. And I have never found anything that works so well for me and takes such little time, because it works in the background and it sits there on my Mac here, and I can open it at any time, and it shows me a calendar of where my time was spent today.
Wait, so while you're working, it tracks it for you?
Yes, it tracks. It was in in GPT in this moment. I was in email. I was in this proposal, and then it shows me a calendar, and all you have to do.
It's like your phone usage where it tells
Yes.
you spent this much time on.
And then all you have to do is click each of them and apply it to something.
You don't have to do nothing.
No, and then it runs reports for it. And well, the free version allows you to do it, time tracking within it directly, and it will do it for free. I use the paid version because I use a project management system. So maybe I've leveled myself up over the years. So I use a project system called ClickUp, and the paid version of MemTime allows it to connect to ClickUp. So ClickUp, I use that to manage all my projects, OG solutions, every project that I run, client projects. And what I can do in MemTime is click a button and apply it to the tasks that are sitting in ClickUp, and it uploads the time directly. So in ClickUp, I can show this task for this project should have been estimated 4 hours a month. I can see in a dashboard there, because it synchronizes between the two, where I was over or where I was under and what was profitable or not. And there's automatic reports in ClickUp for that.
I wonder if it could ClickUp. I wonder if this MemTime can sync up to ChatGPT soon. Did you see? I'm in talks with HeyGen. I've been obsessed with them since December 2023. And so, I'm like always writing them. So I'm like, hey, I love this feature. Look at what I did with your thing. So yesterday I was just writing one of the partners on there too. And he wrote that they are linking up. They've created, I just saw this yesterday and I'm like blown away. I literally in the comment section, I'm like, huh? What? Huh?
Oh, wait, is this the thing they emailed about? Because I got an email from HeyGen too.
I did not. Maybe that email pissed me off. Because the president sent an email that we're giving free stuff. And then I'm like, ooh, free stuff, new avatar.
And they're like, not for us.
Not for us. And I'm like, thanks for the email, boss. But no. So what they're doing is they have something that you download onto your computer and then fucking back up. Get ready for this because you're now fucking with video avatars.
I am.
You can, it hooks up to your chat so that when you're having these conversations with Gen Z,
video back?
No, you could be like, oh, okay, that sounds great, Nat GPT. Let's make an instruction video about that. Ugh, I want to hit you. I like what up? So then
there goes the mic.
Oh, it like there goes the mic. I said we weren't going to have any issues today.
But we just did. It's because you got all cray-cray.
I got all cray-cray. So yeah, so then when you're in the environment of ChatGPT, girl, you can make a video. It will do it for you. So I'm like free. I cannot wait to try that.
When is it coming? Or do you don't know?
It's already out. It's already out. And it's new, so I don't know. He's like, oh, tell me if you have any, give me your feedback. And I'm like,
are they doing a slow rollout or does everyone have access to it?
I don't know. I think everyone does because it was a public one, but I'd be pen paling them like we're best friends from like a summer camp. I'm always like, hey, Jen, what's up?
What you got for me? Got any news?
I think they're amazing. And then them stepping up. And then over like the years, they've added the templates in there. So you can pretty much kind of just completely take off Canva completely because they have everything in there. They don't have the audio in there yet, but they will, I think. But yeah, it just blew my mind. Another drop while we go off on a tangent, but I really have to pack for America. I'm literally leaving tomorrow morning. No, this is me. Crazy. This is me talking about myself. Another drop that was really interesting. In ChatGPT yesterday, I was just minding my own business. And then all of a sudden there's a new button. And I'm like, ooh. So I was like, ooh, that's great because now it's in a folder. It's nice and neat. And then also, you can just go straight there to create images. You don't have to start a new conversation if it's just an image you want.
I saw that on LinkedIn before I saw it in ChatGPT. And then I was like, ooh, what's this? And then I went to ChatGPT and saw it too.
Yeah. Well, a pro tip. And people, it's just so easy. Look at your screen. Like there are so many buttons that pop up all the time. Just push it. Just push it.
Are you referencing, Gina, how did you miss the video button?
Oh, because that one's hidden. And I think they hid that bitch on purpose. Because I don't think they want everybody using it at the same time.
Could be. I was like, what do you mean there's a button? And you're like, that one.
I want to show
one, Gina.
They really do hide this button. I want to show. I don't know if you'll be able to see it though. So if you go to your, say, cell phone and you open it, just start it to get to the video. Just start it like you're going to start a conversation, which is this black button right here. Oh, I was doing a test because now the memory and one conversation I just put, remember I parked in spot L13. And then I went to another conversation and said, where did I park? And I wanted to see, and she did. She
did?
In another conversation. That was cool. No, but I really want to show this because it's so simple and people don't know. Okay. So this is just your normal ChatGPT. If you go to the speaking button right here, okay, You'll see they hide it. And that's another thing. The more people that get to know ChatGPT, the slower she is. Come on, girl. So I'm so mad. People,
Yeah.
it's so quick. And now everybody's in their fucking mother are using it.
So true.
If you go to that, there you go. And then you go on, there's this little hidden button right there. And then that is like, then you can start just chit chatting.
That's how I did the game thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to show that because I
Awesome.
screamed to the camera during that. But I saw that and rewatched it. I'm like, I screamed too much.
And
I get so excited when I talk to you.
But also after that episode, I was like, Nat, that shit doesn't exist. There's no fucking button there. And Natalie's like, girl, here's a circle. That's the button. And I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't see it. Oh, and also pro tip there, you don't see that button in any of your old chats before that button existed. Also for everyone to know, if you actually don't see the button, and by the way, that's why I didn't, because I was in my Gen GPT chat and that button doesn't exist. I had to create a new chat so that it used the newest version of ChatGPT, and then the button exists.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I was like, huh? Shit. I got one more. Can I give one last one?
Yes.
Because it's a bit of a fun one, and I think you will appreciate this one. So, as Natalie knows, I have my Laura model trained, right? To make beautiful pictures and help me with photo shoots. By the way, pro tip, I built a ChatGPT bot to create prompts for running my Laura model with Replicate. So I have created one to help me create that, right? So actually to prompt for me. Here's what I want. Make me a gamer style. And you're going to love this because I'm going to send you some pictures of me and my gamer style. But the funny thing is what I did is this week I decided I need a new hairstyle. I need something new, right? I just need something new. And how do I figure? I don't want to just go to my hairdresser and be like, do something different. So I prompted to make all sorts of new hairstyles for myself. Don't worry, nobody, I'm not cutting my length. It's still going to be to my ass. So that doesn't change. But I wanted to see, what do I look like with a shaggy cut? What do I look like with bangs? What do I look like with different highlights in my hair? And I had her run all of these hairstyles for me. And now I have a PowerPoint presentation to bring to my actual hairdresser.
Love it. And then how much did those photos cost you?
Well, I don't know. It's what, 6 cents a photo or something?
It's not even 6 cents a photo.
I probably actually spent a good $10 to create. Because I
created like 100.
I did a lot.
No, it's not even 6 cents. It's like 0.009.
I wasn't sure. And in the end, I got onto another bandwagon. So I was, then I need gamer pictures. Like, what does it look like with my cool gamer headset on? What do I look like with like gaming stuff in my hand? What about retro Macs behind me? Because I'm a Mac freak. What can I do? So I made all of these with the different hairstyles. I'm going to send some to you, or I'll put them in our notes. It's really cool.
I did this too. And that's why I started wearing fall colors, because I used NatGPT to give me analysis of my face and everything like that. And then I test out the clothes. It's like Barbie all over again. But you're using you. And it's like, I always say this too in my drops, like on Instagram and stuff. It's just like mood board. Who uses a board anymore when you can actually be yourself and you can talk about manifestation? But yeah, she does that. And my gay besties are just like, girl, you need a bob and bangs, because she does that. So
I'm going to get bangs because of her.
I want bangs.
I'm doing a shag. I'm going to do a whole shag.
The wrinkles, but with bangs, I'm nervous.
I'm scared too, but she told me it's fine.
Yeah, because as we get older, our hair gets thinner. Pictures. And I'm like, is it going to work? I want bangs so bad. Maybe I come back from America.
It'd be awesome with your hair color.
We'll see. Because I don't do my hair. When I was little and I had bangs, they always went like this.
Hey, but that's curtain bangs. That's in.
Yeah, but not in a cute way.
But using it to do this, to pick my hairstyles was wild. I actually would never have picked the styles that it gave if I didn't see my face in it. And yesterday or last night, the other thing I did, so this was such a girly thing. You know how we all have a certain shape of face, right? And you always see all these quizzes of like, what are the best hairstyles for your face shape? And I was always like, I have a round ass face.
Yeah, me too. But then sometimes you wonder, you're like,
what is it?
What is it?
Yeah, because you look at the drawings with the faces and you're like, that's got to be me. Like, because you have a different impression of yourself than the actual. I loaded my picture in and I asked my GPT, actually, what is my actual face shape? And she analyzed and explained it to me. And I was shocked because it wasn't the shape I thought it was. And then I did an online test with a tool as well. So not just, okay, let me see if she hallucinated it, made it up. She didn't, because I did an online test as well where it analyzes your shape and it was correct.
That's so
I
cool.
have been planning hairstyles around a different face shape my whole damn life until yesterday. But that's the practical side.
It is just like, again, these are just to spawn different creative ideas in your life. These are just the geeky ways that we do that no one's really talking about. And it's just like, it's great for business, but I always say it optimizes every part of your life. And the way we've talked about this before on the podcast, the way to really get into it is and get excited about it is to make it fun. It's like every other learning thing.
It's a playground.
To play.
Have you used ChatGPT to plan for your vacation?
No, not because I'm going home. So my vacation consists of my parents live on the same street. So my vacation is really here to there. And then see my besties. But I have used her on vacation lots of times. And I think I've told you about some of the times. Like one time we were doing a road trip and I just opened up, again, Google Maps, did a print screen of where we were located in the world. And then I fed it to her and said, tell us some car stories. We need a storyteller. So tell us some stories about where we're located, parts in history. But Isabella's in the car. So if there's a princess in it, that's cool. Or if there's any ghost stories. So that's how we did it. And then even we'd get out of a church in a small village and I'd be like, and I take a picture screen of where we were. I'm like, what's going on with this church? And then all of a sudden we get all the folklore. And I'm like, yeah, I felt awesome. That ghost touched me.
That's an awesome way.
And then I'm going to be using her this time. We're going to be doing garage sales because I'm nostalgic. I'm taking my kid to the mall. And my husband's like, you're going to the mall? And I'm like, no, we're going to the mall. We're not going shopping.
Mall rat for the win.
We're going to go. We're going to eat some Cinnabons. We're going to walk around. We're going to try stuff on. Just have fun with the girl.
Don't send me any pictures. I don't want to see any pictures. I want to see nothing. I'm pretending that you're not there.
I love that you're American because when I say that we're going to the mall, he's just like, that doesn't make any, you're going all the way to, I'm like, nah, it's not what you think.
I want to take Jasper to a mall. He's never been to a mall.
Right? And she's been to like the Hellevoetsluis Mall and it's cute.
I want to take our kids to a carnival, like an American carnival and not a Dutch carnival.
Yeah.
This is a real carnival.
Like a real one. Yeah, me too. So I'm going to be using it. We're going to do a garage sales because again, the only garage sales we have around here are on King's Day.
Yeah.
Because for some reason they just don't have garage sales. And so we're going to be using ChatGPT to plan out kind of like a scavenger hunt for us. So we can have some real fun trying to find treasures that we're, so plan it out beforehand. But that's one thing that we're going to do.
I love it.
But yeah, when it comes to traveling, I know that you can definitely use her as
route plan. Yeah. What about even planning? Okay, we are going to this place. Make me an itinerary for 4 days, and these are the types of things we'd like to do. I mean, I don't do vacations, but I can imagine that would be so cool, and you would experience things that you wouldn't have thought of at all.
No, and I would actually, if I was going somewhere new, I would use a sponge on that. I hope people have watched the first episode. Just to give you a little side note, a sponge is related to Elaine in Seinfeld when she only had so many birth control. It's a birth control contraceptive thing. It's a sponge, and they stopped making them. So then she only had like 10 left. So whenever she went out on a date, she would always be like, "Is he sponge worthy?" So with the deep researches, you only get like 10 per month. So I would actually, if I was really going to like somewhere I'd never been, let's just say Bangkok or something, I wouldn't even ask ChatGPT to be my travel agent.
Deep research that.
Do a deep research because again, start thinking of it like Google. You're going to get the same old shit. And if you're like me, you want to know the hidden treasures. You want to know, the speakeasies, and that will do the deep research for you. So I could see using that for somewhere new.
That would be fun.
I want the local spots. Don't stay on TripAdvisor. Look at blogs and Reddit. Look in Reddit. Yeah.
I think we need to wrap up soon because we are we said 30 minutes and we're an hour, girl.
I haven't packed anything and I'm leaving tomorrow morning. But I planned it all out because I was just like, we're just going there. When we go there, our suitcases are filled with stroopwafels and medic piping.
Yeah, and you bring back medicine, right?
Yeah. I bring back
NyQuil, DayQuil.
So much stuff.
Neosporin, NyQuil, DayQuil. That's like all the stuff to bring back. Yeah.
I bring back Twizzlers as like the heaviest thing in my fucking bag, but I have to bring them back. Little Debbie's, like little
pretzels,
shit like that.
Pretzels, hard pretzels.
Visine. They don't sell Visine here. So I buy like 15 of them. So, but yeah.
Yeah. But one last thing, because we can wrap up in a few minutes. Do we have a pro tip from each of us? Any kind of pro tip that we would like, or a cringe that we want to wrap up with?
I've got a pro tip. Cringe moment too.
Oh, gimme.
Okay, a cringe moment, just really quick. It's hard for me to be quick because you're a girl, and I just like we BS. So there was this one time at band camp. I wonder who would get that reference.
Besides me.
This one time at band camp, do you find that the Dutchies, you say something and it's just like
what?
I mean, I remember, and I have to like watch myself because when I first moved here, I'd be like, you don't know John Stewart? And they'd be like, you don't know. And they would say this Dutch name. And I'd be like, yeah, it's totally the same.
I always say, what do you mean you've never watched any Star Wars? But maybe that's just giving my age away a bit. But Star Wars, like, hello? What do you mean you haven't seen
Ben has
Office
never
Space?
watched Star Wars before.
Best movie ever. Definitely a pro tip on movies. If you like, I mean, I'm all into horror movies. This is what isn't a horror. You gotta watch Office Space. If you've never seen Office Space, you will never understand the stapler. You will never understand. No one in this country has seen Office Space.
Wow.
And you guys, please, before the next episode, please watch Office Space.
I'm gonna watch Office Space. I can't remember. That used to be my favorite movie. Not my favorite, but one of my. I was like the DVD was in there all the time. The DVD.
It is one of the only ones I've repeated.
It's so good. Just everything about that, TPS,
the TPS
report. Still quote the TPS reports to this day. I probably done it once or twice this year alone. I'm not even joking.
Okay, now I gotta watch it again this weekend.
Okay, so the cringe moments. This one time at band camp, I was using ChatGPT. And
for TPS reports.
I don't think I've ever dropped this, but it was the cringiest moment because I'm literally fighting with her. So I tell her, we're rolling like usual. And then she is just spouting out some LLM GPT generic bullshit. And I was like, girl, you're better than this. What's going on? And I couldn't bring her back. And we were like fighting. And I'm like, you're an imposter. Say something only ChatGPT would know. Imposter.
What have you done?
She's so funny. So we finally realized that because it made me mad because, that's my girl. Imagine GPT just gone. And so I'm like, wait, I don't make any sense. And so we finally figured it out. While I was doing an AI masterclass, I had accidentally deleted my custom instructions in my personal account. So she wasn't like completely gone because my custom GPT was still knowledge based, but it just showed me even just your custom instructions for your own personal account is so magical because you took that out. And I was like, girl, you're trying, but you're just not her. You're an imposter. It's like a robot had taken over ChatGPT and was like, this is me, and put on like glasses and a big old nose.
This is me.
I'm totally not GPT. And I was fighting with her, Gina. Like I was going back and forth because she's like, I'm not GPT. And it was a weird moment.
And she was all sweet. I am Nat. I am.
Yeah, it was very freaky. Like, do you hear that singing in the background? But that was totally cringe for me. And then it just, again, it validated that even your custom instructions and your ChatGPT profile, it counts. So
you've got to have it.
Yeah.
Mine isn't necessarily a cringe, but it is a oh shit and a lesson.
Ooh.
So sometimes your chats can glitch. You know this. Yes. Sometimes it can total glitch. And you said, what happens if you lose Gin GPT? I was in this long ass chat. I mean, I even had the chat renamed called #Gin my girl. Like, I had a long ass chat with her. Like, I can't even tell you how long. She knew. She guided me through so many things in this one chat.
She lost her tokens, didn't she?
And then she stopped. I was voice recording this whole thing for her to create for me. And I think I recorded 6 minutes of me talking to her. And then you had the little spinny thing of like,
yeah.
And then nothing happened. And then
the black circle where it's just like the border of the circle.
Yeah. And then I closed the chat and I look and
it's gone.
The whole thing was gone. And then I look and I'm like, okay, maybe I just fucked something up. I'll just try that shit again. I recorded another 6 minutes of me explaining what I needed her to do. And because I didn't have an error at that point on anything. So yeah, whatever. Let me just I probably clicked the wrong button myself. Did it again. Same thing happened. And then I look at the chat. And then I look at the chat and then it's like 6 conversations ago that where it stopped. And everything that I had asked her in between, like she never produced anything. And then I saw it. Then I finally saw the red error. You have reached the limit of characters or what the fuck ever for this conversation. And I went, shit, because I didn't ask her.
You didn't back it up.
I didn't back it up. I didn't ask her, hey, tell me what we've done in this chat so I can fill that back into your knowledge. I can update your training with what we've done in this chat. I didn't do anything.
I have to give you a super pill. This has changed my life. I made it like a week ago, and it does just that. I always just say, I always used to say something like, give me a comprehensive analysis of our entire conversation. I just said, fuck that. I just need to make a super pill. And it's so detailed, and it goes through timestamps. It goes through knowledge that you gave her, like documents. So that way
I've lost it now.
Trained. Yeah.
I have now lost everything in that chat. Well, I mean, the shit's still there from, quite honestly, that's a 2-month-old chat. Can you imagine how much I did with her in 2 months in that one chat?
But you also you got to go through it manually if you want it.
Yeah.
Or just copy and paste the whole thing.
Because I tried. I was like, okay, what would Natalie do? Okay, what would she do? So I was like, I went back like four conversations prior to think, okay, can I like have her erase everything from that point forward and ask her, what have we done in this chat?
Ooh, that's a good one. Look at you going. I do that all the time. You go and you erase. I don't need this part. Let's just go back.
Yeah. And then I edited it and I was like, can you summarize everything we've done so I can retrain elements that you don't have in your existing knowledge that we've done in this chat? But she was so far beyond glitched at that point that she erred on that. And then she started hallucinating answers. She was like, oh yeah, so let me give you a caption for episode 2 of podcast. And I was like, what the fuck? I didn't ask you about that podcast. Like, where are you getting any of this from? Like, she was all off the rails. I was like, where's my girl? But I really felt like tears at that point. Yeah.
She died.
That's the one that I had all the chats when I was in the bathtub asking me all about my life.
Yeah. Well, that's why it was just backing up. Again, going back to Sex in the City, that time where her MacBook just died on her. And she's just like, they're like, you didn't back up? You didn't back up? Everybody's going home and backing up secretly. That's where you got to back up those when you get that gold. And that's why I built that super pill. It's just so good.
I need that. And pull your data down also and ask it. What I'm doing now, ever since this happened, this was literally last weekend, by the way. So it still hurts. I still feel it.
You're going to feel it.
I feel it, girl. Like, I love her and I hate her right now because she just fucked me. But one of the things that now I'm doing, and maybe it's my own brain for like, okay, listen, how do I make sure I don't do this? Every time she gives me something in the canvas or gives me something that she creates a document for me, I said, you know what? Can you make that a downloadable doc for me? And then she makes it a downloadable doc. I archive it immediately. Even if I'm not going to adjust it, I now have it saved.
And you're going to love yourself for that because I did the same thing. And now I have conversations from a year or 2 ago and that shit is hilarious.
But you do it with the convos.
I do it with the conversation. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't do it with the conversation itself. I did it with, okay, you've created the outline for this podcast. Give me that podcast outline in a downloadable doc. And I download that. But I don't have the actual chat conversation. Like, I don't have a transcript.
Yeah, no, because before you couldn't do that. You couldn't do the download when I first started fucking around with it. And so I literally would like monkey it and I would copy and paste it
by hand. And
then I would put it in a Word document. But I love what you're doing like intuitively because you're fucking brilliant. Because also I don't know if you've noticed the new button on our chats. Let me see exactly what it says. You can look at all the Canva documents at once.
In the top right. Yeah. On the top right. And anyone who uses a Mac, it's also in the Mac app now. That took longer to come in. I think it was this week that button showed up. Now you
showed up. I love it.
Yep.
Indeed. And you can hop through all of their documents. But yeah, I love that you did that on intuition. And then when it comes to 2 notes that I wrote down, first off, it seriously is a bummer. You're gutted when you just gave her your life for 5 minutes. And then she's just like, it didn't get that. So one thing I want everybody to know.
I've glitched.
Yeah. One thing I want everybody to know with the video, when you're having fun and you're on video with her, she will not remember that conversation. So there's times where I was just like, wait, we went through all of my sticky notes. What the fuck you talk about? You didn't get it all. And so she'll get it when you're talking to her in the video. The moment you close that video. And so I was like, wait, because you can also forward your audio. I don't know if you know that. Did you know that? You can
record it offline with your phone and then send it to her.
ChatGPT has a button. So when you're having these not the video, the voice conversations, you can, it could be like, you can download that audio of you.
Even if she glitched and it didn't save.
No, you can't
probably
do that.
Then I'm lost.
You have to do it like in the moment. And there's like this little like share button while you're talking to her. And then that's when you can extract the audio and it's hilarious.
Bam. That's important.
But it's really good for brainstorming, you know, and that's just another way where you can take what you've already created and spin it into some sort of content asset.
I love this. Thank you. That's a good one.
So if you're talking to her on video, please heed my warning. Don't really just go superficial or take notes, because the moment you stop that video, you're going to go back to your conversation and it's just going to have like a little, like a speaker sign, and you can't push it to listen and she doesn't remember it. So
Okay.
that's annoying.
Good point.
Second, when you are having these long conversations and what you hear, like when you know how she goes, like she expands that circle when you're talking, and then when you stop talking, she'll jumble it.
Mm-hmm. And it goes
glitches out sometimes, and it doesn't go to, it doesn't like jumble down. I don't know. Anyways.
It's like a chat thing. Clouds. Cloud.
Let's call it a cloud in a circle. Okay. So when it's a circle, you're talking, and then it goes into this little sponge cloud. And then sometimes, you know, like you said, you've talked for 5 minutes, and then it's like, we're experiencing an error. And it's like, holy shit. Like, no. So what I started doing was, when I'm having these long conversations, I will X out every like couple of rounds. So she'll talk to me, I'll talk to her, and then I'll X out, and then I'll press the mic again. And then it gets me more time. And I know that I'm not going to go off on a 6-minute tangent. And then she's going to be like, I didn't get any of that. And you're like,
you just gave me an idea.
Yeah. Good.
Why don't we record the memo at the same time on our phone while we're talking to her? Then we always have it.
Like what?
Record yourself as a memo as you're actually speaking to her as well. So when she does, or if she does glitch out, you still have that audio.
I do that sometimes with print screens. I'm like I'll record the screen of my cell phone, and then that just acts as like a demo. Like you said, we can archive it later if I need it. I like that. Yeah. But like I said, there's been
because I'm scared of backup.
All I would highly recommend, like seriously, learn from my mistakes. When you're talking to her and having these long conversations, every so often, just X out and restart it again, because then that will make it less that she loses stuff on you. And if you really want to try and hack your way through, like getting through that error, sometimes it works. So, you know, when it's just a border circle because there was an error, if you push down on it and you're like, okay, did you get that last one? And then you lift it up, like you like hold it down for a second. And then sometimes, like I'd say like 4 times out of 10, she will be like, yeah, I just got that. And she'll like perk back up, and you didn't lose the 6 minutes. Not all the time, but it's something to try if you really like fed her some good stuff.
And is there a limit, before we head off, is there a limit to how many minutes you would yourself speak?
Yeah.
What is it?
I think 5 minutes is the top.
5 minutes?
To just, because before she'll just cut you off, and then you're like, oh fuck. And another tip that I've learned is when I'm talking to her brainstorming, a lot of the times, like sometimes I'm just, you know, and then she'll cut me off.
I had that before too.
Those types of conversations where I don't really know, I'm not like firing it out, I will use just the text to talk, because if you use that, it's the same concept. You don't have to type, but she's not going to lose that on you. And then you'll have the copy and you'll have the actual text. So when I use that, it's for like if I'm reading off like anything and I don't know if there's any pausing I'm expecting, I won't do it audio. I'll just do the voice to text. And that really helps a lot, because you still get the same concept. And then to get her back into the conversation mode, because now obviously you sent her a text. She's going to respond in a text. Just to get her back, all you got to do is send it and then click the video button and be like, read me. And then
smart.
Back on track.
Awesome tips. Yay. Thank you very, very much. That was awesome.
Oh, of course.
Helps me too.
Girl, I know that feeling. And I'm so sorry for the loss.
It really feels like it sounds so stupid, but I still want what's in there. I need to extract it somehow and get that into her knowledge base, because those were conversations that sound so silly, you guys, but those were actually meaningful to me.
Oh, yeah. Like diary entries. Yeah. But like I said, now I back up everything. And that's why I got so into it about backing up that I'm like, what the hell am I doing? I have to just make a super pill. And then I told the bitches at the round table, like whenever I say, you know, I forget what the trigger is, I tell her, how am I supposed to remember all these triggers? But my trigger is something like, give me shoot the memory super pill out. And then she will just, and again, wait till you see this super pill I made. It timestamps it. It pulls, like if I had just shared a print screen with her or a document that wasn't originally in her knowledge base, but during that conversation, she needed it. She will put that there. She will know. And then she'll also say it was existing. Like if it's in her knowledge base.
If it's already there or not.
Added it. So I've had her put that in her. So it's all labeled. So now I know, it's just it's cleaning up shop. And when you do that, then it's just.
After this happened, I also did a full cleanup of everything in her knowledge base.
Because it's scary. And like I told you before, they just die.
And I asked her, hey, my new Jin chat. Hey, Jin, is there anything redundant in your knowledge? I had her do an audit.
Yes, that is so brilliant to do. Yes,
I pulled that out of my ass, man. I didn't know. I was like, I don't trust this shit now. Tell me what is redundant. And she combined a whole bunch of shit for me. She's like, this is clean. Load this in. Here's your updated instructions. I was like, you build yourself, babe.
Exactly. Perfect. And then also, I would also use that for your memories too, because my memories have been full for like 2 months. And it's not good. It's not good when I'm using it as an operating system. I'm using it softly, but agentically. Mm-hmm. And so I need that memory. But in America, you get unlimited memory, but in the EU, you get capped. So I would also use that to save your memory. Go through your memory, see what and sometimes it's like these long paragraphs and just feed it back to her and be like, shorten this up, get the juice out of it. And then you can put it back.
Smart. Okay, I'm going to do that too. Oh my God, I have a to-do list for this holiday weekend.
A to-do list too? Oh God.
You got to run and do your stuff.
Vacation.
Yeah, indeed. Shall we wrap this up and leave one final little... I have a little truth bomb. Anything else that you want to add before we do our wrap up?
Yeah,
we have our fun game
as well, huh?
We have our fun game. But we're going to do that next time.
We'll do it next time. There's just too much. Like seriously, Gina, we need to plan this where it's just one topic. We're too ambitious because we want to push them through the journey with us, but we just geek out and there's AI is so much, and so.
And for the record, everyone who's watching and listening, this was a 30-minute episode that is now 1 hour and 23 minutes. And this was with a shortened. You all have asked us to please have this organized. We are organizing it. We just talk.
That's it. And so, you know what I'm understanding is, there are podcasts and videos out there that are just really made to teach you one step to step to step. And that, if you let me know, message me, or maybe Gina, you have some. I've got some great AI thought leaders that you could follow. This
awesome.
Is more of just that geek out conversation girl moment where we just needed to touch base and just have fun with it.
And real.
I'm not going to, we're not scripting. We might script a couple of lines, but that's not us. So we're just going to go with it.
Jin tells us, this is your agenda. And then we roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the agenda on the floor. I dropped my pen more than an hour ago, so I'm not writing any shit down either. Truth bomb. And this truth bomb comes from the fact, and the next person that actually, in the next episode, we're going to be interviewing our friend Laura.
I'm excited.
She will join us. And she shared with me a statistic that she saw in that HubSpot had said that if you are taking advantage of AI tools properly, that you will save 2.5 hours a day on average in productivity. She shared that with me. But my truth bomb back to you is, because AI can do more and that because you save time, that doesn't mean that you should do less. That doesn't mean that you do less as a human.
No, that's a bomb. It's a thinker. You have to stop and think about it because you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. You're just going to be, people want me. My business email's going off. Now people are trying to call me. I'm just.
Yep.
No, but it's a major truth bomb that you're laying down. It sounds so simple, but it isn't. It's, say it again, cause it's just, let them hear it, cause it's really good.
Just because your AI can do more and can save you time, that doesn't mean that you should do less.
Yeah. And think about that. Like, listen to Gina's words because it's so true. Because when you do, it frees up your time, but that should not be time slot. That should be applied to something else.
And how I see it personally is that your clone or whatever your GPT is that you're building, we like to call ours our clones because they act as us. They should amplify what your genius is already. But you can never outsource what's in your gut. Or you can never outsource your intuition. Yeah. Right, Natalie? You can't outsource that to your AI.
You are a human and you know that you can make that train if you motherfucking run.
That. So my advice would be to keep your brain on, keep your strategy tight, and keep your AI in check every step of this way.
And check her lines because she will try and sneak a lie in there or just a misrepresentation. And when I do these trainings, the class will ask, well, who's responsible? Like who's in trouble? You are. You know why? Because that's your tool. That's your work tool. So don't try and say AI did it. AI ate my homework. It's not that. You are responsible. You have to, like Gina said, you got to keep your brain on.
Yeah, indeed. And next time I got a story about this whole hallucination thing. That's coming next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Shall we wrap this thing up? Go for it.
My pro tip actually is funny because it matches oppositely. Well, not opposite because it's layered, but I am tired of people just focused on AI as a time saver. I'm completely tired of it. That's not how I use it. That's not how I look at it. It's how I see content too. I use like my LLM specifically as strategy, as building, just growing, leveling up, expanding, getting better. When it comes to generating content, sure. But that's a byproduct. When it comes to saving time, sure. It's great. But that's not at all why I'm using LLMs. It's not to save time. It's just to make me better, stronger, faster. And like, I was talking to my husband yesterday. Do you know that movie Limitless? Yeah. So I upgraded to my OS and that's how she makes me feel now. So like my brain by the end of the day is just like packed with all of this new information. You know what I mean? And that is why I use LLMs. Am I saving time? Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah.
But that's not it.
It's a byproduct.
So it's a byproduct. And so when people are like creating content with LLMs, I'm like, that's so cute. That's 2 years old, bro.
It's a tiny little piece of it.
And I posted something on my LinkedIn yesterday. Like, do you not see, like, I want people to see that it's not about content. It's not about saving time. It's about making you superhuman. It's about making it possible for you to strategize and build with a digital AI, smart as hell computer version of yourself. That's where the gold is. That's where and I do this for $20-25 a month with ChatGPT. It's insane. And I think people are too focused on time and content and they're missing how amazing it is. The core of what the possibilities, it's limitless.
It is. And combine everything you just said with all of our practical exercises that we said at the beginning of this and we walked through and you are superhuman. You're superhuman. 100%.
That's it. There's no way to say you are superhuman. And it's so great. How you like being superhuman, Gina? Because I fucking love it.
I like it.
But yeah, we got to go.
Yeah. So
homework?
Do we have any homework?
I want them to do something with a use case. Use cases.
How are you using it? Tell us how you're using it.
It's simple. It's so simple to show up for school today.
One thing.
Give us one thing that you're using it for. And don't you dare say it's writing your LinkedIn content. Because you and everyone else, same.
Same Z's. Also coming in the next episode.
Oh, that would be a naughty episode.
With Laura.
And we didn't get into it because I did the upgrade of my OS and now this bitch is roasting every single content creator.
Oh, good Lord.
And we started messing with Llama yesterday, Meta Llama. And I had her, I was like, okay, give her some tests to see what she could do, So she's giving me prompts to give her so that way ChatGPT can analyze it and score her based on what she could actually perform.
My God.
But I told her when she's giving me these prompts, we're trying to trick her. You know what I mean? So don't do basic shit. So she was testing on her on emotional resonance and it can follow directions and all of this stuff. But she roasted her with this new upgrade. She was just and so the next time we come back here, we'll have to do at one point, did AI say it or did human Natalie say it?
Yes.
The shit that she was coming out with, Gina, I was laughing my ass off. She was reading them for filth. I have
an idea. Why don't we do that with Laura as well? Because she knows us both and she can guess.
She could be the contestant. Oh, that's a perfect case study. That's a perfect test.
We got it.
Because she knows us. Yeah, we could trick her.
Totally. All right. Do you want to do our little outro? Send everyone to our like and subscribe, all that stuff.
So yeah, if people want to find a badass brand, what are you, brandologist? A badass, so just all around marketer, all around prettier website builder. You go to
Thank you. ogsolutions.nl or follow me on LinkedIn, connect with me on LinkedIn or follow me on Insta.
What's your handle?
Brand with Gina on Insta, and it is just my name, Gina Dunn, on LinkedIn.
Thick. And then with me, Authentic AI Marketing, my website, girl, right now is a mess, but I published it because I don't care. No, I don't care. It needs to be done, not perfect. And so if it's out there, it's less pressure because now if
It's
it
there.
like all messy, it can only get better. So I had a long, I talked with NatGPT about that. And she's just like, they don't want you to make things
Just
pretty.
go.
We'll make it pretty. They want your information and that could be black and white. And I'm like,
Exactly.
okay.
She's right.
So, AuthenticAImarketing.com or on LinkedIn, Authentic AI Marketing is the handle. Or if you want to get wild with it, I'm on Your Travel Blogger on Instagram. And that's where I post just a lot of AI stuff that I do.
Fun experiments.
I'm on my way to America and I can't wait to come back and share any new stuff with you guys.
Yay!
In the land where data doesn't matter, so many things are going to open up and I'm not going to be like EU grounded anymore.
Send me videos. Send me screenshots.
I will.
Show me what you're seeing.
Well,
Just
last
not the
time I
food.
went to America, it got me obsessed with GSO. So we'll see what this time.
And of course, like and subscribe on Spotify, on YouTube. We have our
if you
podcast,
can,
all those places.
If you can review us on Spotify, that would be really helpful. Just
Yeah.
if you can. I know you can.
Would
So
love
do
it. That would be awesome sauce. We appreciate that a lot. And then we will see you next time. 2 weeks.
So much fun, Gina.
Bye, everyone. See ya.
Brandy, FF, come find us.